What's up, Dennis?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to What's Next Podcast. Hit the button.
Oh shit, wrong button.
Derek having a full argument by himself. He ain't let nobody else talk.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to. I'm not going to say are you nuts?
Yo, go ahead, bro.
I would not replace him. What's up, world? What's up? Welcome to Off the Basis Podcast, brought to you by Off the Top Sports Radio and SamzSportz.
I mean, like, we might not have to stop. We might have to talk about it. I didn't believe it. So, I say that to say, as funny as it is,
Once you don't fix that shit, it should be good.
Oh,
hold on, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta get my cologne of the week.
How do you think playing around back then? How everybody split it out?
I feel like a lot of linebackers
in terms of like, okay, for example, in this series with the Dallas Mavericks, most of the players they're not extra tall guys.
They support you, and then one day, all of a sudden, after this, it's like, oh, I'm not happy with you.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is, wherever you at. This is the What's Next podcast, and today one of my co-hosts, El Gordo, is here. El Gordo, hello, sir.
Gang.
Okay, gang every time. This gang. Jonathan is on his way. But today we have a full house of guests. Okay. And there he go in the comments already. Dennis, Sharon.
Who is this person?
Yo.
Sir. Then we have Dennis and Sharon from the Side John in the building.
That's right. The Side John is in the house.
Think podcast, chocolate writer. We got Jay from Off the Basis Podcast. That's part of the network.
Let's go.
Jay. All right.
Yeah.
How are you?
So then we have pronounce her name one more time, Sharon.
Tavai.
Tavai. Okay, we have Tavai
From Sweet Love TMA.
All righty. See, I ain't had to do that intro. High five.
And hold up, don't forget Elise.
I'm always here. I'm always here to help.
Where your glasses at, Sharon? What the fuck? And then we have
Elise. Don't forget Elise.
Who's
in the A?
Working on it. Working on it. All right. Then we have
Hey,
He's getting there. Hey.
hello. All right. So,
Since everybody else taking a sip, let me go and take my sip. Shit.
what the
Well, we know you ain't got no liquor.
Mine is water.
You don't know what I got. I'm off the clock, baby.
All right. So,
Hey, what's in my cup is in my cup. It's my
This
cup.
show was branched off of.
Oh shit.
Was branched off of a conversation we had on the Side John anniversary episode, like a week and a half ago now. And I just really wanted to finish that conversation with some different minded people. So we're gonna get into it. But first, right? So first, before we even get into that, I want to start with the BET Awards. I want to get y'all thoughts and opinions. Hold on, wait a minute. I ain't say good yet, goddamn. Get y'all thoughts and opinions on Diddy, what he did at the BET Awards. So we're gonna get into this.
I'm about to be kicked off already.
Probably. But it is
What did he do?
Hey, y'all, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. I was in a dark place a few years, you know what I'm saying? And I have to give a special thank you, shout out, thank you, all that love. I gotta give a special thank you to the people that was really like there for me. Bishop T.D. Jakes, my chief of staff, Christina Coram, KK, Lorianne Gibson, keeping me free. Yeah, also Cassie for holding me down in the dark times. Love.
Hold up, pause. Can I say something right quick?
Go ahead,
Yeah.
sir.
Why are we talking about this instead of the fact that he donated $2 million to the colleges?
Sir,
I
we're
think
gonna
that's
get
what
there,
he was
sir.
trying to get to. I think
Sir,
that's what he was trying to get to.
We're gonna get there, sir. But
Okay.
first, so they were bashing Diddy because, well, not really bashing Diddy, but really disagreeing with him because his new girl was in the front row holding a sign up saying "Go Poppy," and then he thanked his ex for helping him through hard times. Now,
Cassie.
yes, he was thanking her for helping him go through hard times. Now, we all go through shit, and there's been some people that's been there for us when we go through our hard times. I personally don't necessarily see something wrong with it. He was just said thank you. He didn't say I still love you, I still want you, I still want to be with you. Fuck your new husband. He ain't say none of that. He was just saying thank you for helping me get through the hard times. But I think the bigger issue with it, what everybody had an issue with, was that his new girl was sitting in the front row, holding the sign up. Sir.
Ain't his name Diddy, not Daddy? So technically, that sign wasn't even.
She calls him Poppy. That's what she calls.
Right, that ain't his name. So I mean,
no, that ain't the name that you know that this ain't his name. But whatever she calls him in the bedroom is the sign that she got up.
Poppy.
Mm-mm.
You gotta say it right.
I ain't with it.
It ain't Pappy.
I ain't with it. I support the fact that he shouted those out who held him down through his darkest times. I don't give a fuck who was sitting in the front row. That's his girlfriend. That ain't his wife. So fuck her. She ain't do shit apparently.
Well, just when you thought we was gonna make it a whole show, there goes Carlos. Let us know.
Hey, I had a special. I was requested to be here today, so I'm here.
This is your show. What you mean you was requested to be? This is your show. How you requested to be on your show? What that shit is that? Wait, no.
All right. So anybody else feel differently or want to comment?
Oh, okay, I will. Okay, since nobody else will, I will. I don't have a problem with it. I don't care that she's in the front row holding a, Poppy sign or whatever. So what? Everybody that knows Diddy knows that when he went through that rough patch, that Cassie was his woman and she held him down at the time. Everybody knows that. This new girlfriend should know that. So I don't, I wouldn't be bothered by it. And I don't look at that as a sign of disrespect to her. He's no longer in that dark place. He got out of the dark place and then he got with this new chick. So he can't thank her because she wasn't there for the dark time. So I don't have a problem with it. I just think people just want to have something to hate on Diddy about because people don't like Diddy. I think that in any little thing that they can find to over exploit, that's what they do.
Do you think
I
Carisha would
mean,
have stood for that bullshit?
I feel like Diddy does shit that he could get away with, especially when you rich. Because I'm not pulling that shit. Like, if you an average nigga, right, and you with your shorty, and you say, "Hey, I want to thank my ex," that is the biggest argument when you get in the house. I don't care what nobody said.
In the
Especially if
house.
you were in the car, in the parking
In the
lot,
car.
whatever,
Nigga, we wouldn't have
elevator,
made it off
hallway.
stage. We wouldn't have made it off
Like,
stage.
like that shit is crazy. But being that Diddy is Diddy, he could get away with it. But boy, let that shit been me.
That's sad.
Huh. Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry
hate
to
it.
hear that. That's sad to me.
I told you, man. Men go through different problems. Cause that shit there, I'm not pulling that.
Well, I mean, well, I don't think he was with the new girl when he went to the dark times.
That's
So
what
he
I
was just
said.
he was
He
just he
wasn't.
was just thinking Cassie. I don't think him and Cassie are still humping around.
No, they're not.
Well, I wasn't in the bedroom with him, so I can't
I
approve
mean,
that.
okay, well, I'm just saying based upon what we know.
Right.
She's not.
I
She's
don't
with
know.
somebody else.
That's
She's
what they
gone
said.
on with her life with somebody else.
I mean, but Diddy
I
is
know.
known to be making like tracks about how much he misses and shit like that. So, I mean, that's kind of slightly
I just
uncomfortable,
know.
isn't it?
I just know if Carisha was sitting in the front row with a sign, he wouldn't have goddamn disrespected her.
Well, I don't find it to be disrespectful. I really don't.
Who was
Because
All right. So
it's not like he only thanked Cassie. He thanked about 4 people, 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, he thanked his pastor, his
Right.
lawyer, and then Cassie.
Mhm.
So which one's the odd one out?
No, he thanked
Pastor
somebody else too.
Pastor TD
He
Jakes?
thanked 4 people. It was somebody else too.
Pastor TD Jakes is the odd one out.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like I said, I don't find it to be disrespectful. So
all right. So before we move on, anybody else?
I think it would have been different if Kim Porter was still alive because he has children with her. So I guess Cassie is the next best thing because that was the next long relationship that we know about. Um, it is borderline disrespectful though because you are with a totally different person. So I don't see the relevance of needing to bring that up at that particular time.
So he did perform a little bit after
Ha.
that.
Yeah,
And
first of all,
he did missing you, and he kept saying, "Kim, I miss you," and he run around in circles, and he kept saying it over and over and over and over and over and over. But did he, Sean,
What's he
Buffy?
gonna do? What did he do?
Yeah, yeah. All
Can't
right.
stop,
So
won't
you
stop.
trying to figure out what's the conversation. I'm trying to figure
said trying to do what?
I was trying to figure out what's the conversation.
Oh,
It's P. Diddy. Oh, my fault. He called himself Love. Man. Love.
Jonathan in the building. Hello, sir.
Sir, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How's everybody?
good.
But
All right. So
What's up, bro?
now we're gonna pick up from the side joint, right where we left off at.
This question because I asked this question on Stay Tuned. Shout out to Stay Tuned, and or I didn't ask the question. The question was asked, and I answered it, and people were mad at my answer. So I'm gonna ask this question. So if you are a man and a woman and you live together, y'all date, and the rent is $2,000 a month, and y'all move in together, how much does the man pay? So
What?
the rent is $2,000, the electric is $200, the Wi-Fi and cable is $100, water is $50 a month, so that's $2,350. So y'all move in together. So how much does the man pay?
All right. So I was looking for Trisha for this one. That's what I was. That's what I was looking for.
Well, she'll be here. She has to come in and out. She's going to
Oh.
be joining us a little late.
Yeah, because Trisha has had something to say about that. That's what I was.
So my question is,
let's hear El Gordo. What you got, El Gordo?
before I even go in with my shit, how much do you think he should pay?
Yeah, I need to know that too.
Who, me?
Yes,
you asked the question?
Oh, I think he should pay for all of it.
Every bill?
That was my answer. My answer was he should pay for all of it.
Why?
Because he's the man and he's supposed to set up house for me. If we're moving in together, eventually, I mean, this is a serious relationship. This is not just no boyfriend and girlfriend shacking up just to play house. And I just feel
but y'all
like
are shacking up.
I said we're not just shacking up to play house. Listen carefully now.
But y'all shacking up. But y'all shacking up.
We are, but we're shacking up for a means to an end.
Mm-hmm. So basically, to be your husband, he got to pay all the bills.
No, I didn't say all the bills. See, that's what y'all do. Y'all always assume.
No, I'm just asking for clarification.
There was only 4 bills named in there. I don't have 4 bills. I got more than 4. I don't know anybody that only has 4 bills to live. So
for clarity, so you said that he should pay the whole rent, but you said the 2350.
Sorry, you going in and out.
That's what you named. You said 2350, correct?
Say it one more time.
I said you said the bills were 2350, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So you say he should just pay the rent or everything?
He should pay all $23.50.
All right, and what are you bringing?
Oh my God!
What do you mean? Oh
my God!
No. I'm trying to understand. I said it's a general question. I'm not trying to be funny, but what it is that you're like, what do you bring? Because there's no reason for you to be there if I'm paying for everything. Because if that's the case, I might as well.
I didn't say you're paying for everything. I said you're paying rent, cable and Wi-Fi, electric and water. That's not everything.
So that
I didn't mention food. I didn't mention credit card bills. I didn't mention car note. I didn't mention insurance. I didn't mention house insurance. I didn't mention anything else but 4 things.
All right.
So I didn't say he's paying everything.
All right. So the allotted amount, you still think that it's the whole $23.50 he should pay, and whatever miscellaneous bills are left over, that's left up to you.
No, they're not miscellaneous. First of all, I don't mind.
Yeah, miscellaneous because all the other bills you really don't need. You need home and shelter.
No, that's not true. But you can assume that if you want. But I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. I didn't say that I shouldn't pay a dime for anything, or as BJ says it, I didn't say I'm just going to be sitting around with my feet up while he does all the work and brings home everything. I didn't say that at all, BJ. I was pissed when I saw you said that because I didn't say that. Never did I say that. But
you said the miscellaneous bills, the bills that you didn't name, are those your responsibility?
Not 100%. No.
So, wait a minute.
No.
All right. So he, on top of that $23.50, he's still expected to pay other bills too.
Yeah, he's going to contribute on some of the other bills too.
So
all right. Hold on. So when the conversation came up, my comments were, it is 2022. Everything, we are putting all this shit on the table together as a unit. I know how it is to be the only guy working in the house and got to pay all this shit. Like, I know how it is when everybody's splitting down the middle. Me and Sharon, different point of views, and that's why we're great. Me, in this household we in right here, God damn it, we putting all this shit in the pot, and it gets paid however the shit get paid. But God damn it, I get up and go to work just like your ass get up and go to work. All right, and ain't no way I should be stressing myself out and turning my whole back of my head gray and the top going bald and shit. You know what I mean? Like, we in it together. If we in it together, we in it together. that was my comments until Trisha said something about looking for the next opportunity and shit. That's what I was trying to get to. 'Cause that shit, I was like,
I mean, I could tell you what she said, but I'm gonna respond to what you just said. Just because you're in it together, just because you don't pay half of everything, doesn't mean you're not in it together. That's what I'm gonna say.
Okay. So,
and I mean, and I also said on the show, the last two people I had serious relationships with, that's how they wanted it. They didn't want me to pay all that stuff. They paid it. And then whatever else that we did in the household that we paid for, we didn't have to split it to the T. Okay, this bill right here is $250. You got to give me $125, and I give $125. It wasn't like that. We did more of what BJ said. We put our money in a pot because we had each one of us had our own account and we had a joint account. And we put money in the joint account. We paid bills from there. But none of my money went for those types of things. The living expenses. I didn't have to pay them because he didn't want me to. And I didn't see anything wrong with that.
So I'm married, right?
His house.
My wife and I, we have a creed, and our creed is, if you got that shit, pay that shit.
That's a good creed.
Period. Now, I wasn't asking those questions because I believe it should be 50-50, because every adult here, I hope, knows that no relationship is 50-50. Sometime I only got 20 and she got to make up the 80. Sometime she only got 20 and I got to make up the 80. This is a relationship.
Right.
And when it comes to money, people are very sensitive about how they spend their money. My thing is this. When it comes to bills in our house, I'm not going to say my house because I'm married. Our house, every bill that came up and through that motherfucker, we agreed on. So, if I got it, I'm going to pay it. If I ain't got it, you going to pay it. Not trying to sound sexist or, you know what I'm saying, in a certain kind of way, but that's just the way it is.
I don't think that's sexist at all. I think that's a good plan.
Now,
that's what I think.
When it comes to expecting somebody to pay some shit, that's different.
I was just about to say that.
And that's different. The reason why I would be expected to pay our rent, because our rent is almost $2,000, is because I got it. So, wouldn't it make more sense for the person who got it to just pay it?
Well, I mentioned that. I mentioned that too.
I apologize. I missed the show.
That's okay. No, that's okay. I was just pointing out that I mentioned that too. We make 80% of what men make. So
versus if I work at Pizza Hut,
why shouldn't
if I work at Pizza Hut making $11, why am I saving up all my checks just to pay rent? And you got it.
Yeah, if I had it, but but 9 times out of 10 I wouldn't have it since I only make 80% of what you make.
It's no. 80% is different. If he's making Pizza Hut money at $11 and you have a college graduate making $60,000 a year,
I understand that.
No, I'm not saying.
I understand what he's saying.
No. But my thing is that
Hut and I'm at IBM, I am going to be making more money than him. I get it.
All right. So now my question is that would you stick around for a guy who makes $11 an hour?
I've done it. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Jonathan.
Elise, wait a minute. No, we got to go to Elise because she ready to bust.
She said a word, not one word.
I'm listening. I'm taking it all in, and I am.
No, we want to know.
Okay, not the bills thing. That's a whole different thing and a whole roller coaster of. What works for your relationship works for your relationship. All these conversations should be had before you even are thinking about moving in with a new party. Period.
That's facts.
Period. I'm sure you had a conversation with your wife before you even got to that point. Had those conversations. Know where you are. Know where they want to be and all that good stuff. Yes, it is 2022. However, everyone still has their own households and how they deal with money and everything like that. So you got to have those conversations. The phase I made was to the $11 an hour, thing. Now,
grasping at some wild scenario.
I mean, yeah, because come on now.
Yeah, just to prove a
and some
point.
places not even minimum wage anymore. So, but for me, and this is not like, oh, I can't hold him down because he ain't whatever. You have to be ambitious. You have to be wanting to do more for yourself and one for yourself. That has something to do with, I just want to work at Pizza Hut for the rest of my life. Cool, do what you do. That's not going to work for me in my lifestyle because I don't want to. I don't want to get to the point where I have to work for anybody but my own damn self. Period. So maybe years ago in my 20s, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm going to do that or whatever, but not now. I'm not. If you don't have that drive to be like, you know what, I'm doing this just because I can do school or do something else to better myself, I'm not going to stick around for that. I'm just not going to. I'm not even going to start that, to be honest. So that's all that phase was for that.
I have to say I agree with Elise on that. I would stick around if they had drive and ambition. They're not going to stay here forever. And that's how that guy was that I was with. He ended up becoming something else. But when I met him, he was working at McDonald's.
Yeah. Like that, I forgot that Burger King guy who stayed at that same job for 27 years and they gave him Reese's for his 27 years of service at Burger King.
All right, so real quick. So for some reason, the comments on the SamzSportz page is not popping up. They only pop it up on the other pages for whatever reason. So let me run some of this shit down real quick. Nadine, I believe I pronounced that right. I always fuck up names, so please don't judge me. It says, side John question, why is all the heavy bills falling on the man? Jamal says she still didn't answer the question. What does she bring to the table? Travis said, what up? Ernest said, OG, I'm sorry. This question is just boyfriend and girlfriend, not marriage. AB and his trolling. And Dennis, you got to put his shirt on. How you go? Rent is high as fuck nowadays. I'm about to start my only. All right, skipping over that one too. I ain't fucking with I'm not fucking with AB.
Yo, AB is crazy.
Not today. All right, so that was
not both of y'all not gonna double team.
But I feel like,
it was raining outside today, and I didn't check the weather. I got rained on.
I agree with Sharon on the statement of moving in together with the expectation to get married. And that's because that's how my relationship went. And the thing about it is, when you are just shacking up shit, that's practice. And if everything goes right, you get married.
Right.
If it don't, you've been there for a year and a half paying all the bills, and she's been saving her money and shit.
So the boyfriend and girlfriend comment, that's irrelevant. So what? You're just boyfriend and girlfriend. You're living together. Doesn't matter if you're married yet or not. You're practicing, like El Gordo said. You're practicing. So
I'm gonna give my comment. Not gonna go by the number amount. I'm just gonna go by how I feel. Me personally, I'm not doing nothing outside of my means. So whatever I can get done and pay with one job, that's what I'm doing. If I can pay all the bills with one job and I'm still cool, that's what I'm doing. I'm not getting a second job. That's what I'm not doing. Because that means you're going out the house.
That's a part of being fiscally responsible, though. So
yeah,
I hear that. But that means you're going out the house 15 hours. That means you're leaving out the house 15 hours a day. Then you got to sleep for 8.
Yeah, that's
23 hours. How many hours you got on your relationship?
Nobody sleeps for 8 hours anymore, sir.
Yeah, okay, maybe not you. But listen, you only sleep for 8. That means you only got 1 hour to work on your relationship.
So what you saying?
I,
That this shit
I
ain't
ain't
for you?
working. I ain't working
Imagine,
2 jobs. Whatever I can get
wait a
done on
minute,
one
Dennis.
job.
Wait a minute, Dennis. Check this out. Check this out. I'm away from home 70 hours a week, and that's
Yeah, but
just on the
you
clock
already get
70
you're not
hours.
you're not boyfriend and girlfriend. You got to make sure you hear everything in the question. You're not boyfriend and girlfriend. You got time in. There's a difference.
Yeah, but I still got to put time in. Just because I made it there, don't mean I got to stop.
No, I ain't never said you got to stop, but you got time in.
Sir.
No, that's
I'm here to build a relationship to get to marriage.
Shit,
You
you
got the
keep
marriage.
getting. Well, you've been married before, so you
You
know.
got the marriage. You got the
Yeah, but I
marriage. You
gotta
don't
keep.
have a.
I gotta keep the motherfucker.
You do
Shit
got to
ain't
keep the
easy.
motherfucker. I'm a divorced guy, so you do got to keep the motherfucker. So I'm a divorced guy. You do got to keep the motherfucker. I do agree with that.
Shit.
Oh shit. I'm just letting you know I ain't doing that shit on 2 jobs. I'm not playing behind the 8 ball.
I've got to say something to you, BJ. You keep making these little statements. It seems like you are adding more into it than what's being said.
Right.
Like this is
Wait,
first of all,
what did I say?
the first thing you said when you did the recap on Monday, I mean last week. Or was it on Monday? Yeah, last week. You said while she's sitting at home with her feet up, not doing anything. That didn't have anything to do with the question. And now you just now said, well, yeah, I'm paying all the bills and she's saving all her money. Why are you
Oh no,
making that assumption?
she could be
She's
saving.
not. Wait a minute. Hold it.
Show me the
She's
lie.
not, hold it. She's not saving all her. The question didn't say he's paying all. I didn't say he has to pay all that and I'm gonna save all my money. I
You
never
didn't
said
say
that
that
in my
wasn't the
response.
question either. Oh, you said that's the 5 bills you said, so that's all I'm focusing on is the 5 bills you said. You
But you
said
said that she's
my
saving all
responsibility to
her
pay
money.
the
How did
rent,
you get there?
the BGE, the cable, and all that. If I'm paying that, everything else is not a necessity. So if you out here making money and I'm kicking all my money out, where's your money going?
To the vacations we
To
supposed
the
to be
other
going on.
stuff.
To the
We
Michael
take it.
Kors bag?
I might
You have
be
a closet full of Michael Kors bags?
I might be paying for all the gas. I might be paying for all the food that I cook for you. I might be the one that's
Hey,
putting money
now
into the investments.
I
I
will
might
say.
be the
Wait a
one
minute.
that's buying clothes. I might be the one that's giving to the charity in the name of the household for taxes. You don't
I
have.
will
It's a
say.
whole range of things she could be giving money
But
for.
that wasn't in the question. I'm only going
Right.
off the
So
question.
no, you're not. You're making
Shit,
an
I
assumption in
only
the
answered off the
question.
question.
No, you're not, BJ. You threw an assumption in there when you said she's saving all her money.
So,
And so
facts,
my
right?
question to
Facts.
you,
If
if
I'm
you
kicking
stop
out
talking for a minute and listen to
$2,500,
me, my question to
24.
you is how did you get to that assumption that she's saving all her money? That's my only question.
again, if I'm paying A, B, C, or D, if you're not a lazy person, you have money coming in. If I'm doing this, that, and the third, again, where is your money going?
You still not answering my question. You're not answering
Where
my
is the money
question.
going? So if I'm kicking out all my
Hold
money to
on.
make
Hold
sure
on. Hold
everybody
on.
is
Hold on.
chilling with
Hold on.
their
Check
feet
this out.
up,
You're
Check
then
this
not
out. This is
answering
what
my
we gonna do.
question.
exactly.
Check this out. Check this out. Check this
You're
out.
not answering my
Sharon.
question.
Sharon.
What?
Ask your one question, please.
My question was since, as he stated, nothing about what she's spending money on is in the question, just those 4 bills. How did he get to the assumption that she's saving all her money? Because that's what he said.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That's my question.
BJ, can you answer that question?
Where is your money going?
He's answering
That's
it
his
with a
question.
question. You're not answering the
No,
question.
if yes, because
No.
it's
Understand. I
nothing in the
understand what he's
middle.
saying. Sharon, I understand what he's saying.
I
I
do
understand what he's
too.
saying.
But he's not
So,
answering the question, though. That's not what
If
I'm
it's not
asking.
going to the house,
okay,
then
but that's
where's
what
your money going? I'm
answer the.
assuming
But
that
you
you're
have
not
to answer the
blowing your
question though,
money.
Sharon,
So
because
of course,
that's
you're
how he's
saving
getting to
yours, and
that
I'm spending
assumption.
mine.
That's how
Okay.
he's getting to that assumption.
All right.
Sure.
Basically, it's
Okay.
So you
with
can have
just
a
an
hot
educated
girl
guess.
summer while I'm sweating all summer getting the money.
See, that's an assumption.
I'm
That's
just saying. All
not
right, look
what
at it
that's
this way: A
okay.
plus
With
B
my
equals C,
answer,
right?
I don't mean that. So maybe you just see that from somebody else. But my
All right,
answer,
well,
if
all
he's
right.
paying all those bills, I'm not having a hot girl summer. because
where,
those are
then
not the
where's that
only
money
4 bills
going?
we have in the household. Now,
All
if
right.
you
So
only got those 4 bills in your household, then you got one hell of a household. Because I
all right.
got more than
So
those 4 bills
if I'm paying
to
all those
operate
bills,
this
right? Are
household.
you gonna? If I'm paying all those bills, are you gonna pay my car note and car insurance with your
I
money?
might,
Might,
especially
my
especially if
ass. That ain't
Might
occurring.
ain't helping.
I might
Because you're not gonna let me say I might pay the rent today. Like, nah. Are you gonna pay the rent?
Yo!
You know what? You really
Yo!
behind it.
Are you
You
gonna pay
really
it or
It's
not?
wild.
you are so hung up on tit for tat. That's your
No,
problem.
It's
no.
not a tit
Bills
for
are
tat.
bills.
That's your
Yo!
We
problem.
gotta get it all on the table.
Bills are
My.
bills.
Nobody said anything about not putting it all on the table,
Then that's an
BJ.
open-ended
Again, you
question.
assuming.
She said I might. Might doesn't
Yeah,
help these
I might.
bills.
We'd have to
All
talk
right,
about it.
so let me call
It's
up
just like
Chrysler and
it's just
tell
like
them,
you.
yo,
It's
I
just
might
like
pay
you
my bill.
asked
They
me
gonna
the
cut.
$11 an hour question
It's not
earlier.
funny, Dennis. Stop
All
laughing.
right,
So
so
if
again, I'm gonna
if
ask you.
my man is making $80,000 a year and I'm making 50, he's paying
Uh-huh.
all those 4 bills. We both
Mm-hmm.
have a car note and insurance and whatever else. I might.
So you
You
gotta pay for
We
might.
your
talk
car. You're
about
not
Might
it.
gonna
isn't
pay for my
If
helping.
car.
we talk about it, it might be better for me to take care of the house, the car notes, and we split the insurance or something else. We might have a food budget and we spend $400 a month on food. I might contribute 200 and he contribute 200. I mean, come on, y'all.
Can we
You
can we
So
being
he
can we
still has to
too,
contribute
you
to the
can we
being
food.
can
too,
we hold
you're
on? Can
making
we hear from
assumptions into it as if I'm saying this something is wrong.
can we hear
Like
from
I'm trying to cheat
Tavai and
him
Jonathan?
and he's being treated unfairly. No,
Man,
he's not.
man. Can we hear from Tavai and Jonathan?
You ain't gonna hear shit from me. I've never been privileged enough to be in a relationship where I've been able to split the bills straight down the middle and things like that. You know, in fact, my when I was married, my situation was a lot like Carlson. Whereas, if I got the means to pay it, I paid it, and more often than not, I had the means to pay it, so I paid it. There was never really an arrangement necessarily that I take X amount of bills, you take X amount of bills, and things like that.
Right.
She can contribute, but it was never an expectation. So
Right.
it's like, and I've also been in a relationship where I've been expected to to make 100% of the bills, and I worked my ass off of that, and that didn't last, needless to say. So I mean, I've been in both situations. To me, obviously, where you're splitting the stuff down the middle is obviously more advantageous to the relationship itself. I don't feel like anybody should have to take everything on 100%, but that's just me.
And see, and also you got to hear what I said. I said that the last person that I was with like that, he wanted to pay those bills. He didn't want me to pay anything if I didn't have to. He didn't. And he did make much more money than I did.
So were you saving your money?
No, I wasn't saving my money.
BJ,
I helped
relax,
pay
bro.
for other stuff.
Relax, bro.
I mean,
Mute yourself, bro.
he just wanted to be like she's just sitting around pocketing money while all his money go to
I would
bills.
hope that you're not blowing
It
the money.
wasn't even like that.
I would hope that you're
It
pocketing the
wasn't
money.
like that.
I hear what Sharon is saying, but she's
It
not
really
saying
wasn't.
it directly.
It
But I
really
understand what you're
wasn't like
saying,
that.
Sharon.
It wasn't
I
like that. It's
understand what
like
you're saying.
when we moved into the house, I had all the lawn equipment. So I brought lawn equipment with me. I contributed that. He didn't have to pay for no lawnmower, no rake, no hoses, nothing for outdoors because I brought all of that. I don't
Did you
feel
cut the
like that's
grass?
unfair. And I didn't lift a finger outside. He would not let me do yard work. This is a man who wouldn't even let me touch my door. He always would run around the car and open my door, and I better not touch it. That's just how he was.
All right, can we hear from Tavai, please, if she would like to speak? We haven't heard her voice all day.
Yeah,
She
I'm
said
tired of
something.
talking.
She is popping in and out because she is doing something else.
Oh.
But she's popping in and out as well. Did she get on?
Your mom is wild.
Jay Will, I am not answering you. Not answering you, Jay Will.
He wild as shit for that one. I'm sorry.
Jay Will was in the comments. I missed that one.
Yes. Yeah, he's in the comments. I ain't
All right,
thinking about
so
him.
um, so I guess from all this,
Something wrong with BJ, man. I'm gonna have to let y'all know, man. This boy, I ain't never seen him so animated like that in my life.
dude,
Usually you just,
It's only when he
usually you
talks
just
to me,
straight,
Dennis.
sir.
It's only when it's me. That's when he
No,
gets
No, I
she
think
animated.
I
said,
don't think it's you. I think it's
hold on,
the
hold
I think
on.
it's the rent situation. I don't think it's you.
Wait a minute.
Let me tell you what I think it
She
is.
said
I believe
I
it's
was
because
adding little
DJ is
comments
a
in it.
hard-working man.
She said I was adding little comments in it last time
You
and today.
did.
I'm
You
just
did.
asking if you aren't saving your money, what you doing with it? I hope you're not out here just blowing the fucking. I will hope you're saving the money
No.
if I'm paying off the
Like
bill.
I said,
That would
hey,
make a lot of sense.
how do you know I'm not taking both the cars and get them
We're
washed
not going
and
off none of
filled
that.
up with
We're going
gas
off of
every day?
rent, Wi-Fi, cable, and BGE. That's exactly what you said. I'm not
I
adding no
know that,
other
but you
bills.
just asked,
I'm not
what am
adding
I
food.
spending my money
I'm
on? I'm
not
trying to
adding the
tell
pest
you, but you
control
won't
bill.
listen.
I'm not adding none of that. I'm just going off of exactly what you're saying. So if you said the man has to pay all of that, if I'm doing all of that, exactly what are you doing with your money? Now I would hope that you're saving your money. We didn't talk about food. We ain't talk about the car insurance because right now we catching the bus. Fuck it. All right. So all I'm talking about is the things that you said. That's
You
it,
finished? Are you finished?
ma'am.
At least you be
You
making
finished?
some crazy
You
faces. You
finished?
gotta stop making the faces.
You
I'm
finished?
not because
Are you
I'm
finished?
letting
Go ahead,
them.
ma'am.
I'm just okay. So can I answer your question, or you don't want me to answer
Yes,
the
ma'am. Yeah,
question?
He
I would
said
love
car
for you
wash
to.
don't cost 50 bands.
I would love for you to.
Sure don't.
Who said I had
Coach D.
$50,000?
Listen, Coach D.
Who said I had $50,000? See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Darian is just like BJ. He's being
Hey,
too literal
whoa.
with it.
Me and that guy are two different people. I don't do that.
I said y'all looking at it the same way. You being too literal with it and blowing it all out of proportion and adding stuff in that ain't even being said. That's what I'm talking about.
All I know is all relationships are different. Everybody has things that they will accept, won't accept, and absolutely will not take. Some shit will absolutely get you swung on. Go ahead.
So
Some should get you left.
True.
Very well.
That's
Mhm.
what it is.
That's what I meant
Hope.
to say. I don't condone domestic violence.
Because I mean,
That's why I'm here. I'm here to save you. Don't worry about it. I was here today to save you, baby. That's what I'm here for. Don't worry about it. Some should get you left. All right. You'll
because
just
I
be
mean,
missing.
as wonderful as he was to insist on all of that, I didn't stay with him. He had other issues. It wasn't worth it. I'd rather pay all my own bills and live by without you. He was a nice guy. We're still friends. We've been friends since sixth grade, so we still keep in touch and everything. But there were some other things that I decided is not for me. So it's not like I have a problem paying my own stuff. It's just that's hey, if I'm living with a man, he needs to provide a home for me. If this is gonna be serious and go to a
Josh.
next level, then that's what you should do.
I understand, but see, I understand what she's saying. She's basically saying if you provide the home, she'll take care of the home.
I'll take
And,
care of it, and I'll take care of everything else that we agree upon, whatever that is. That's
and
what I'm saying.
I mean, that's not a bad deal, in my opinion, because I'm not washing dishes or clothes. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I just washed some clothes over the weekend. But look, I'm not gonna do it all the time.
Oh Lord, did you say wash clothes, Dennis? We've already had this washing clothes discussion.
Listen, all that shit
I don't
going,
wash.
all
I'm
that
I'm
shit.
on,
I don't wash a
I'm
man's
on
clothes now. I ain't doing
Jonathan
that.
would know what I'm talking about. Jonathan, we're on a new level now. I'm like your old cell phone bill back in the day. Nights and weekends is when I'll catch you. All right, nights and weekends. All right. I'm
Listen,
like
I ain't
your
got no
old cell
problem. I'm
phone bill back.
leaving.
Nights and weekends. We ain't got to move in at all.
why
Nights
you?
and
But
weekends is
why?
when I
Let me
catch
ask you. Let me ask you, Sharon. What's your problem with washing your husband's clothes?
Let me answer that just real quick. Darian Hebron, I agree with you. If he doesn't have it, hell yeah, I'm paying them bills. Every one of them, because the bills got to get paid. Just to answer his question. Okay.
Kendrick Willie Perkins. Hey yo.
So Gordo, what was your
Yo,
question?
yo.
What was your question, Carlos? What was your question?
What's your problem with washing clothes?
I don't know. I think it's because from my childhood. Because when we were little, my mother had to go into the hospital for like 3 months. So before she went in the hospital, she taught us all how to do laundry. My father, my sister, and I. When she got home, she said, "Shit, why am I going back to doing laundry?" And they know how to do it. So she just never said anything. And the rest of my life, my father did his own laundry.
Hmm.
I mean, he worked hard. He worked full-time job and did his own laundry. He did his, she did hers, my sister did hers, and I did mine. And it
I can't
worked
agree with
well.
that. I
It
can't
worked
agree with that.
well.
Um,
I ain't
I
doing it.
do know when it comes to the laundry in my house, whoever washes it, don't fold it, and then make sure. What's even crazier if it's just too many goddamn clothes, we'll sit there and be talking shit to each other, folding them together. Fuck it.
Now we do. Okay, see, that's what I mean.
I
Don't
ain't I
take
ain't
it
fold clothes since
literal.
I was a teenager.
We do fold clothes together sometime. It's not a literal thing, but I'm not going every week taking his dirty clothes out and washing his clothes. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna wash mine and he gonna wash his.
So
Elise,
no, I'm just. I had a question before, and I'm refraining from asking it because I don't. It's more of like what I've seen, so that's what I used to expect. So what I've
mm,
seen in my household, my dad paid majority of everything. I remember
Mhm.
my mom probably when cable came about paid that. And
Mhm.
but my dad has had the same job for about 50 years and he's been working that job whatever. My mom has had other jobs. So the time I'm seeing it, I'm raising it, I'm seeing the man taking care of all this stuff. So growing up, my brain is, oh, this. My mom has taught me how to take care of a house, not a house, a home, and make that home for the family. So
Mhm.
my mindset growing up is, oh, this is what I am going to do. Actually, I'm 30 plus, plus, plus. So in my head, that's what I'm doing. I don't know mindset wise on how that changed with people, me being experienced with other men and seeing how we're going to do it this way or that way because they weren't seeing that growing up. They're like, I'm going to fight for mine, I'm going to do mine. So yes, it's 2022, things have changed and mindsets have changed on how a household looks. I look at it now as, like you said, every household, every relationship is different, expectations are different. There's these questions now that men are asking. I'm not saying they're wrong for asking it. I'm just saying they're like, look, what you got? Look, whatever. Which that question really didn't exist to us 15 years ago. All that stuff. So this is this new age stuff that we're it's adjusting to. So that's where I am. I know what I saw, but now I know that men are a little bit different and carrying things a
Different.
little bit differently now. So
Mhm.
okay,
These
I
new
might have
men.
to adjust the way it is. And there are still some men out there who are like, no, don't do that. I got you. Don't worry about that. But some are
women
not.
have changed. Women have changed as well, though.
Yeah, I'm. I'm not saying that they haven't. We all changed.
No,
Trust
I'm
me.
not saying that. I was just adding. I was just adding. That's all.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not getting all hype or nothing. I'm not. I'm not
Hey,
barking
All
listen.
down on
right,
nothing like that.
Carlos.
I'm just saying.
No,
Yeah,
I
I know
mean
we all have
because
changed.
the thing is, it's a very sensitive subject
Yeah.
because everybody has what they think is the right way,
Mhm.
and the thing about the right way is it's subjective to each individual in each relationship. Everybody has what they will accept and what they won't. Period.
Mhm. I
And
agree.
my thing is, like for instance, my thing is my wife, she works. So when I come off the road, flat out, it's gonna be some shit around the house that ain't done.
Mhm.
Flat the fuck out. That's just the way it is. And what am I gonna do? Get upset? No,
Nope.
cause she
Nope.
worked.
Right.
You pick her what she likes.
That makes sense.
That makes perfect sense.
So when I get home, sometime there's shit that I have to do that honestly, I don't feel like I should have to if I'm coming from off the road. But the thing about it is, if I don't feel like I should have to when I come off the road, then I need to make it where she doesn't have to work, period, at all. But the problem with that is nowadays it's damn near impossible for a man to go out and get a job working, paying everything, and still have money left over. Like these days, that those kind of jobs don't exist unless I guess if you had went to school early on and became something in some kind of whatever it is that you went to school for.
But now, because everything is shifted, it's not about education anymore. It's about experience. So whatever you have experience in, that's what kind of rules mostly what you are doing and what you're making.
Right.
I don't think it's about that either. I think it's about who you know.
No, it's not about who you know. Not with everything. Not with every job situation at all. It's more of what experience you have. Period. Because I was managing people who had master's degrees, and I don't have a degree. So no, right. It's because I have the experience and I've done this and I've done that. That's how I'm able to keep going. Oh, because people were going to college and people were like, okay, but they have a degree, but they don't have the experience, so we're not going to hire them. So, but that's just a whole different subject. So I get what you're saying. So no,
yeah, and like my wife and I, we were talking about this today actually, about how when I started trucking, like she was the breadwinner.
Mm-hmm.
For a long time, my wife paid all the bills. I wasn't shit, but now it's to the point where I pay all the bills. Well, I would say probably 70%. Yeah, I don't know. It ain't exact, whatever. I don't really give a fuck. But the thing about it is, I am now in an industry where I can continue to go up, but the problem I'm having right now is this job that I have, like it's a great, amazing job. I make good money, but as soon as I started making this good money, the economy went to shit, and now inflation, and now it's like my good money is like,
just okay money.
You might need to go get a second job or start selling dope again or something, because this shit is crazy.
Yeah, no.
It is crazy.
And so,
ladies and gentlemen, he didn't mean dope. He meant like it's gonna be dope.
I said hope.
He didn't mean dope. He didn't mean, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't mean dope. He did not mean dope.
But anyway, but that's why, like back in, I don't want to sound a certain kind of way, Sharon, but back in your day, it definitely was way easier for a man to be at a job and pay for the entire household and still have money left over. These days, that's just not something that's real to us in our generation.
For the most part.
Yeah.
That income level does affect that.
The income level.
I just don't agree with the experience situation. I agree is on who you know. That's what I agree. Ain't what you know, is who you know. Because
that's the same thing.
A lot of people come walking into the job and don't have no experience, but they know John Blow, and now they're.
I guarantee you this, Dennis. I don't give a fuck who I knew. I wasn't gonna be able to drive this goddamn truck without what I know.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I got that part, but it's about who you know. See, you got that certain truck situation because of who you know.
It depends on what.
I can't deny that.
Well,
yeah.
Talk to me now.
I definitely got plugged in.
Who you know is a big part of it. But I won't say it's the only part of it.
It's not the only part of it.
It is a big
No, it's not the only part, though. I do agree with that. But who you know is a big part because, that's why I try not to mess up relationships because you never know, where they may lead to.
Yeah.
All right. So before we move on, Sharon, Jay Will said if you find $300 in your man's pocket,
I ain't listening to Jay Will. I'm not listening to Jay Will.
Let me tell you something. As a married man, I know not to leave no fucking money in my pocket for my wife to do laundry. That money gone.
And they're not gonna tell you. Hey, hold up. In El Gordo, they're not gonna tell you what they spent it on. That's
That's their business.
See how y'all do? No, I would actually give it back to him. It's not my money.
Yeah.
If it was in his pocket. If I found money in
I
his pocket, I would take it out and say, "Hey,"
What?
probably put it on his nightstand and say, "Hey, that was you left that in your pocket." I've done that's happened
but
before.
me and my wife, we're married, and
Y'all
I
are
hardly
really,
ever
really,
carry
really nice.
cash.
I don't even get my
And
change back. Fuck is y'all like y'all go, I swear I don't even get my change back.
That's
Thank you,
funny.
Jay. Thank you, Jay.
I don't understand that.
Like if I hand her 20
what
something
change?
costs
What
$2,
change,
I just
punk?
lost out on 18. It's over. What change, right?
But I don't know about that. Regardless of, I mean, this just again back to what I see. My dad was like, no matter what, you always let that person say, "Here, take the change." I know my dad's always gonna give me back in the day, always gonna give me the change back. Here you go. But I always still say, "Hey, here's your change." Allow that person to give it to you versus you just say assuming that
Right.
it's mine now. So no, I
Listen,
don't practice
I,
that.
I guess I
I
guess
don't
I got a
either.
new age marriage because I just expect for that shit to go missing. Like I go in my pocket,
No.
like damn, I forgot it was in there, and I
Mine
look
is
at her, and
yours.
she
What's
look at me.
yours is mine.
She look at me, I look at her. We look at each other and just start laughing because I already know.
It's
Like don't even
over.
ask, don't even
Mm,
ask. And
no.
honestly, it's not, in my opinion, it's not necessarily disrespectful or anything like that. It's really funny. Like she caught me slipping. Like it's really a game. Like I ain't tripping. I'm gonna get it back.
All
Mhm.
right. So last question, last thing was sent in by Jonathan. So, um, relationships, marriage.
Sir, don't do this to me.
Nope, you sent it in, sir. All right. Why aren't marriages lasting like a grandparents' generation?
Because we're not transparent about what we really want when we get into relationships.
Go ahead, Tavai.
I was ready to say, who the hell is that?
I thought
I
she
was
was
just
on
about to say,
high
who
eight.
the
Where
fuck
she
was
come
that?
from?
Listen,
Hold on,
I've
where she
been
come?
listening the whole time. I'm at work also, so I've only been able to listen. I haven't been able to actively participate. It got a little
Uh-oh, I
heated
gotta
at
check on
times,
my
but
She
grandbaby.
she made sure she answered that question though. Go
hell
ahead,
yeah,
Tavai.
I'm on break now, so yes.
Time.
The smoke has been bought and paid for.
All right, Jonathan. Come on, Jonathan.
Sir, why you gotta do this to me?
Come on, sir. Come on, sir.
I
If
think
you don't want
I
to,
think I
if you
think
don't want to,
because
you can pass the mic to me. I'll take
No,
over.
no, no. Fuck that. No, fuck that. No, he passed the last mic.
no, I think because the what I think what's changed is the fact that what we being oh God, how do I say this? What's acceptable in a marriage has changed. I think that it's become so skewed from my grandparents' generation to my parents' generation to our generation. It's become so skewed and so and so out of whack that everything itself is changed. The value inside of a marriage has changed. Just because you say communication is gone, uh, decency inside of a marriage is gone. People think that you're having an open relationship or an open marriage is acceptable inside of a marriage, and it's like, yeah, I beg to differ, but everybody's different.
Shit.
Everybody's different. There's some that love that, and others, not so much. I'm one that I don't play well with others. I don't share none of the above. But I think that's a good part of it. I think what marriage actually means to some people has changed, and I don't think a lot of people are ready for marriage when it happens. They just think it sounds nice, and all that there is to it is just the title itself.
A lot of people get married just for the wedding.
There you go.
Woo! Hey,
Yeah.
Tyrese.
Yo, say
Everybody,
that again. Say that
Yo,
again for the people in the back. Say that
Tyrese
again
said
for the
that
people in the
one day,
back.
yo. That shit made sense.
yo, it's the truth. Everybody
He
want to
said,
get married, but nobody wants to be married. It's
Nobody
a
wants to be married.
difference,
There you
man.
go.
I ain't gonna lie. Being married is the dumbest, funnest thing I've ever done in my life.
the dumbest, funnest thing. What the
Yo.
fuck? So
That shit is hard too, though.
Nikki said relationships don't last because women don't have to stay in an unhappy relationship.
Ooh.
Ooh,
And
that,
OG
you know,
said
that,
because
and that
There's
females
more
leads
stay
to
in
another
incentive.
point.
Ooh.
Honestly,
That
there's
leads to
more
another point
incentive
as
for a
to how
woman to
nobody
leave a
wants to
marriage
work at a marriage no
than
more.
you do to
The
stay.
moment shit gets tough, everybody wants to bail. Nobody wants to work on shit anymore. The moment it gets tough, everybody wants to bail, not understanding that communication is key. Number one, number two, that there are so many issues that can be worked out just by talking with each other. Nobody wants to talk about shit anymore. I was inside of a marriage like that, where it's like I wanted to talk, she didn't. I'm not going to air it out, but that's a big part of what happened, and
Listen,
everything just kind of disintegrated after the fact.
we overtalk. And honestly, sometimes that shit irritate the fuck out of me. And that's why I said the dumbest, funnest thing ever. Because
But that's
being married,
transparency.
being married is just fucking work. Like this shit is not for the faint at heart at all. Like you'll find yourself allowing shit that you never thought that you would ever allow or be a part of. You
Compromise.
Not
find
for the weak.
yourself absolutely trying to figure out who you are, and also while finding who you are, trying to be the person you need to be for the person that you want to be with. Like old school marriages, women were definitely way quieter, but way more powerful back in them days. Like with my
They
grandparents, I
wasn't.
know
They
my
wasn't way. They wasn't way quieter. You just didn't see the shit that was going on. They wasn't way quiet.
right, shit wasn't on
No, so he
Facebook.
really wasn't quiet.
Shit wasn't on Facebook. It was at the beauty
Yeah,
salon.
that part too.
But I also want to say that like it's more incentive for a woman to leave marriage than it used to be. The simple reason being like they could divorce you and take if they don't sign like if you they don't sign a prenup, they can divorce you and take everything and be
But
good.
see, the thing about that is, like, you're not wrong. But like for me, my wife can have whatever the fuck she wants to. If she want to leave and take everything, she can have it. I don't really too much give a damn because I can start from the bottom and be way past where I am now. Like, you ever play those kind of games where you got to start from the beginning, but you start at a higher level every time?
Yeah.
That's me. Like I don't give a damn. She can have everything. If she called me right now, like I'm leaving, all your shit is packed, or I burnt all your shit up, don't come back. All right, cool.
So, Kia said, I disagree. By the time you get married, you should already know who you are, what you need, what you want, and what you want from your mate.
No, not at all.
He said,
Not at all.
today's
Is
women
Kia
are
married?
dreams. Yes.
Is Kia
That's
married?
not how that works.
She is?
Yes,
I don't
Kia
think
is
that's how that
definitely
works.
Who is she married to?
Sir.
Damn.
She's married to Coach
No, because the thing is, if I was who I was when I got married still today, then where's the growth? She married to Coach D?
D. Yes, she said 17 years and counting.
Lord Jesus.
And Nikki said 50% of nothing is nothing.
Listen,
Here he goes.
every day.
Shit. Sit your ass the fuck down, sir.
50% of
She
nothing is
said
nothing.
she happily
All right,
married.
well,
She happily
tell
married.
that
Listen,
to a court judge who orders you to pay alimony. And 50%
the thing
of
about
nothing
it
is
is
not nothing because you can still walk out with alimony and it doesn't matter.
exactly unique. Exactly. You're not who you are. Tomorrow you're gonna wake up and be somebody different than you were the day before. So you can get married and know exactly who you are, but shit changed. If you're the same person you was 17 years ago when you married him, then shit, I don't know what to tell you, man.
That's not something that I would want either. Like it's all about like how I said ambition. It's all about growth too. Like you are supposed to grow. You are supposed to be something else. You might see he might or she might whoever might bring out something that you've never even thought of before, and they bring that to you and take like it's a growth thing. Like I said, and I don't want to be with someone that we don't help each other grow or we're not evolving like we should. So
Facts.
I agree to that.
Facts. You might know who you are when you
Especially
got
with
married,
me,
but
and when I first got married, I wasn't good at talking about my emotions and my feelings. Like I wasn't good at talking about my emotions and my feelings, but I know my
Facts.
wife, she
Facts.
over
She
communicated.
needs
So
that.
I had to
She
learn to
needs
over
that.
communicate with her. Because
Facts.
it was like if I didn't, she's gonna turn into a stone wall and then we're just gonna not talk to each other, and that's just horrible.
That that leads to that stuff festering up and then a blowout later. And you're like, well, where did that come from? Because you kept nothing. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Situation, the passive
Right.
aggressive stuff. So no.
Hey, that's when they, hey Jay, that's when they start going to bed with the sweatpants on and shit like that.
Sir.
You know what I mean? Usually they go to bed naked. Now they got sweatpants on.
That sounds like that came from
I don't
a very
know what
real
my
question.
wife looked like fucking when she mad because she locked the bedroom door. My wife
She locked the. Oh, you don't even sleep in the room? Hold on.
Let me tell you Let me tell you something.
Couch.
Listen.
That shit's over.
Listen. Couch. Listen. If I pay bills, I'm sleeping in my bed.
Talk that. Hey, Carlos. I
got a California king, baby. You can stay on your side, but I'm gonna be in this bed. I'm gonna be in my bed. I'm not sleeping on nobody's fucking couch. And we got two other bedrooms. We got 2 other bedrooms, and one of them got a bed in it. I'm not going to sleep in that goddamn bed. I'm gonna sleep in my bed under my blanket with my pillow with my slob on it. That's just what I'm gonna do.
Hey, Los, I'm gonna tell you this one thing though. That middle of the bed be cold as ice, don't it?
Hey, listen. Hell no, because I'm still gonna cuddle. I'm still gonna cuddle.
So OG asks who's married.
I'm still gonna get my cuddles. I don't give a damn.
So OG asks who's married and who's not married.
I'm married. 6 years, September.
6 years currently.
Single as a dollar bill.
OG, no, I'm not married. He already know me. What's up, OG?
Married, divorced, then remarried the person that I divorced.
What the fuck?
Wait a minute. Pause. Okay.
Wait.
I have never met one of y'all in real life. How does that happen?
I know 3 people that did that.
How did that happen? All right, first off, look, I'm gonna tell you why. Because
hold on, wait, everybody didn't get the answer yet. Dennis, are you married?
Okay. No. Everybody know I'm single. Say that again, Jay. You said you married and then what?
Wait.
No, hold up, BJ. You done cussed 6 times on this show, sir. I just want to hear what the man had to say. Say that again, Jay.
Are you married?
No, I'm single.
Oh, damn. Now, Dennis, go ahead and talk now. Oh, damn, he muted himself. Fuck Dennis.
No, Jay. You say that again, Jay, because I'm lost. Say that again.
He got married, divorced, and he remarried the person he divorced. I mean, why are you making it so hard? It's very simple.
Man.
Oh, so you found out that both of y'all was crazy and y'all meant to be together.
The divorce was totally me. I felt like I wasn't who I needed to be to fulfill my role as a husband at that point. So I left.
Okay.
You know, but then, you know,
how long were y'all separated?
Year and a half.
Okay.
Then I was like, you know what? I got my shit together, figured it out. I'm like, all right. Then we started dating again. Well, it started just us having dinner, and then dinner turns into dating again. And then it was just like, you know what?
It's the same thing, sir.
Let's try act 2. And she was with it.
No, dinner and dating is 2 different things, BJ.
No, it started as dinner, and then it turned to dating.
That's nice. That's a nice story.
It is.
No.
But how long have you guys been remarried?
I have a friend that
6
did
months.
the same thing. They
Congratulations, brother.
They were married. They had 2 kids. They got a divorce. He got an apartment 3 blocks away, and they used to stay over each other's house all the time with the kids. It was strange. And then finally they realized, well, damn it, we still in love. Why are we divorced? And they got remarried. It's been 7 years ago now.
When y'all got remarried, did y'all go to the Justice of the Peace or did y'all get a big wedding again?
Oh no, Justice, we ain't double down. Hell no. You know how much the first wedding cost?
How much did the first one cost? Since you said that, how much did the first one cost?
30 G. The fuck?
Yo,
I'm not
y'all
doing that twice.
How many people was at this wedding?
Hey, y'all did it up.
50. Yeah, nah.
Y'all 30 bands?
It was only 50 people. Hold up. Let me show my face. Hold the hell up. It was only 50 people at this wedding for $30,000?
Shit.
Y'all did it up. Our wedding was like 10,000.
He is the tangent king, man.
Trisha is
Wait a minute. Is that Red Rock?
Trisha is in the building.
Yeah.
Hi, friends.
What the fuck is you drinking Red Rock?
She in ATL.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, never mind.
So what the fuck?
That's my shit. No, if y'all ain't never had Red Rock before, that shit is bussin'. As they
Here
say
we
in,
go.
in Atlanta, bussin'.
Here we
What's
go.
up,
That's
Trisha? How you
We're gonna-
doing?
Hi. Oh, sorry.
I'm glad you could make
I
it.
forgot. Oh, I'm sorry.
Because
Yeah.
And another
DJ been fiending for you to talk all night.
Shit.
Listen,
I also want to
I'm
mention
ready.
there was also therapy in between that too. So I don't want to.
I'm here. I'm gonna add another part because y'all a little bit too deep with this. The marriages aren't lasting because it's transactional. Somebody said
That's true.
Somebody said networking doesn't mean it. Like marriage today is networking for a lot of people. And so once your value in the networking system is gone, you're not needed. Right? Some people are marrying because a certain person looks better next to them. And that's valuable to them.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got a homeboy who his ex-wife blatantly says she married him for his genetics.
Some people do that. They
do.
want.
Because I ain't gonna lie, he like 6'5", light skin. Nah, 2 kids. He's like 6'5", light skin, built like a truck. You know what I'm saying? And she saw it, was like, oh yeah, I want that. I want D1 kids.
Right. So you know,
I listen. Did
That's
she
so
get D1
sad.
kids?
I don't know yet. They're still young.
Oh,
he said I don't know yet.
Is they 12 years old?
Nah, they're like
for my football team.
like 10.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
Don't worry
tall
about it. We
is
got 8. If he's 10, he can play with Coach Steve. Coach Steve got him. Don't worry about it. Bring him on over. July the 5th.
Let him know.
Clifton Park. Yeah, we in there. Here you go. He said I'll take him.
So
all right, so marriages aren't lasting. Communication, people not being upfront. People don't know who they are before they get married.
I disagree.
And I can add one more.
Go ahead, ma'am. Take the floor.
People have lost the art of communication in general. They don't know how to communicate at all. It's too much text messaging and emailing and memeing and emojis, and people can't even formulate a sentence anymore. Half of them.
Can
Don't even know what punctuation
I
is.
wanna
They think
add
that's
the
a drink
fact
at a
that
party.
everything is easy. Everything is so easy to get right now.
Yeah, instant gratification. I was just about to say that.
Or instant other things.
Yep.
But
Notification.
you can walk around the corner and see Susie, talk to Susie, get her a sandwich, and y'all go ahead and make it do what it do. When your wife wants you to wait 90 days, prove you the right one, pay all the bills in the house.
I don't want no sandwich pussy. I'm sorry.
And hey, listen, sir.
Well, as somebody
I want
once
some I
said,
took the
the
trash.
next,
I want some I took the trash out and cut the grass pussy. That's what I want.
listen, as they would say, the next situation is just a swipe away, as they would say.
The next situation,
Pretty much.
The next situation is just a swipe away.
Right, and that's what I meant when I said people don't value marriage anymore. It's just a thing to them.
He said, "What kind of sandwich?"
I can't go deep.
But why don't they value it anymore?
Because again, they think that marriage is just a husband and wife title. They've ignored or they don't understand what it is to be a husband and wife inside of a functioning marriage. Again,
And
the
most likely
moment
because they
stuff,
never
they
even
wanna
seen
bail.
one.
Not understanding
That's what I was going to
inside of a
say.
marriage.
That's the biggest issue, Carlos. A
Yeah,
lot of
see,
people haven't
Carlos.
seen.
Yeah, that's what I was
seen the
thinking
marriage.
too. Mm-hmm. They haven't seen it. They don't have a good example. So
That part
Yeah, I was
too.
about that, and that's no fault to their own, no, because if you haven't
no,
seen it, you haven't
it's
seen
not.
it. So
That's right.
you're
And
and that's how I felt because I grew up raised by women, nothing but women, single women, or even the women who were married treated their husbands like shit. So it's just like, all right, I know I don't want to do that.
you know
what I'm
what? That
saying?
it's funny
Well-
you say that.
well,
It's
see-
funny you say that, Jay, because that's something my wife and I was talking about as well. Like sometimes the lessons that you learn aren't positive lessons. Some lessons that you learn are what not to do and how not to be.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So
what I
you
was
can't
gonna
always say, well, I wasn't taught this, I wasn't taught that, but you were taught how not to be because you didn't like what you seen.
Yeah,
Right.
well, my thing was when I got married, when I got it the second time, I had to unlearn the survival tactics that I learned growing up. Like I learned, I'm a kid from the projects. I learned how to survive, and unfortunately, it's how to use people to survive too. You know what I'm saying? So me being fearful of if she's not really in agreement with me, or what if she leaves, so on and so forth. I need to protect myself, but I also had to learn I got to put myself out there, give 100% because she's giving 100%. So I had to unlearn the survival tactics that I learned growing up.
Yeah, you got to learn to live and not just survive.
Time out. Hold on. Time out. Was that Derek that just commented?
That is my guy, Derek.
And it's not Wednesday?
Sir, watch
what?
Yeah, I was shocked too.
Watch out.
Shut the front door. Shut the front door, open up the back door.
All right, sometimes marriages don't work because the husband is paying $2,500 and the wife is saving him.
Well, I would say if that marriage doesn't work because of that, then they didn't have much of a marriage to begin with.
Listen.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Ooh.
Man.
Something like that would cause a breakdown in the marriage, then something wasn't right before then.
Facts, Kia. That's facts.
Absolute facts.
So I have a friend that says something just a little bit simpler to me. Y'all just picked the wrong people.
That part too.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah.
You're just picking the wrong people.
That's not tough. Everybody rushing into it, like moving in together, and you don't know who gonna pay what bills. You rushed into it. Everybody rushing into shit instead of understanding what is really going on. And Sharon,
I just want to let everybody know. I just want to let everybody know that we spent at least 45 minutes on one question. I just want to let everybody know that. All right, let's get that out of the way. We spent 45. This is supposed to be I want to let everybody know that this is supposed to be a 1 hour show, and we way past the 1 hour. I just want to let everybody know.
Wait a minute, one more.
45 minutes on one question. I just want to let everybody know.
BJ, can we play that video? Can we end the show with that video I sent you?
It's been 45 minutes.
What? Oh, that long ass video. Shit. Hold on. So everybody should have seen it by now, right? The guy went to McDonald's to get food for his kids, and not for the other kids.
Yeah, I put that in the side, Joan Dennis. That's where I got the question from.
She wasn't fucking happy about that shit at all.
They was together?
No.
That's her. That's the baby daddy.
And he went and got food for his new kids and not his old kid?
No, he got food for his kid. His kid. Not all the kids, just his kid.
Oh, how can she be mad at that? I'm trying to.
I will say it's two sides to it, right?
Yeah, but he ain't. Listen, I'm gonna say some Carlo stuff right here. He ain't fuck with them kids. Why is it his responsibility? That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's not his responsibility.
That's not even where I'm coming from with that.
You ain't seen the video yet. Let him play the video.
He said
you reacting before the video. How you reacting? You ain't seen it yet.
I say it's two sides to it, right?
It is two sides.
Because as a stand-up man, it don't matter if them your kids or not, bro. Like, take care of the babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously.
Yeah, I just don't want to see no kids hungry.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
OG, all the comments from the SamzSportz page is not showing up for whatever reason.
They go people assuming.
Assuming what?
No, let him play the. Are you gonna play the video?
That's always my answer, Coach D. Kids. That's always my answer.
So the rule is you only can use that if you take care of your kids. Sharing audio.
The rule is what?
You only could use that if you take care of your kids. Because you got people out here really saying fuck them kids and don't take care of their kids. You can't use that if you don't.
With one meal for my child, but I have 3 other kids. We have one kid together, but he only want to come and bring one thing to McDonald's. But what about my other kids? How come you can't feed my other kids McDonald's though? Like that's bogus as hell. Like you're not gonna sit here and make my other kids feel left out, and you're only bringing one child something to eat. Look, there you go. And I bet you he only got one thing in there. I bet you he don't even. I'm finna expose him so people can see how he really is. It ain't more than enough food in that bag for everybody. What's up? Because I'm finna expose you. What? Because that don't look enough for all my kids. That don't look enough for all my kids. What is that? That's just one burger? One burger, one fry? Okay, what about my other kids? What about your other kids? Okay, but them your kids' siblings though. Them my kids, them your kids' siblings though. So my other kids gonna be left out. You didn't feed them? You know I don't give my food stamps to the Senate. But if you're trying to help out though, you're not helping
that just
out.
answered a lot of questions.
How are you helping yourself when you're only getting kids for food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings? Them are his siblings though. He's not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's. No, why do I gotta put? Bring him out to the car. No. He's not finna eat that at all if you can't bring enough for everybody. So you telling me that I gotta bring? So how about I bring myself food? I gotta bring your kids food too now? Yes. You sound dumb. How is that dumb? You sound dumb. You sound dumb. Where are their daddies at? Nobody talk to them other. You had them other kids. They were your responsibility. They're not my responsibility. Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all. How do that look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's? You know I get food stamps on the 11th. That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. Yeah, they're his siblings. You knew what you was getting into when you had a baby with me.
Oh my God.
Yes, you did. Okay, but you still had a baby with me who had kids with other people. I still have other kids. Because I'm exposing. Everybody think you such a motherfucking good daddy. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're foolish in this shit. You only come here with one piece of food for one child. The child that's mine, silly. No, that's dumb that you can't feed the other kids. Don't feed nobody at all. He can't take that. He can't eat it. Maybe if you had 1 or 2, I'll be like, maybe. You got it's 3 extra kids. What the? All like going to my account. Spend money on all those kids. They're not my kids. Them are your kids' siblings, though. Dumb. So that's what you gonna go with. That's the one you gonna. Those are your fucking kids' siblings. They my so that means yeah. So don't. No, I didn't say you have to take care of them. You can bring them something to eat if you bring one something to eat. I bring them food every other day. What do you mean? Exactly, but you don't never bring food for the other one. You know I get my food stamps on the 11th. Okay, but I'm saying. We share the same kid as well. Absolutely. So if you want to, you feel like a little bit about me, take him in the room and let I'm not taking my kid.
No. You got to see the end. You got to see the end. It's almost here.
No, you know what? Fine. Give it here. Thank you.
Watch,
Give it here.
Watch this
Give
shit.
it here.
Watch this.
Give it here.
Oh my God.
He ain't eating this. You. Because you ain't bringing up for all the others.
So now nobody eats?
You stupid. Selfish is like you're dumb as hell. You're dumb as hell. He's not finna eat that. Dumb. He's not finna do that. You can't do it for all. Don't do it for none of them. By stupid. Thought I was finna take that today. Yeah, I had another thing for him today. No, he can't take it today.
Oh my God.
I had my lights and sirens going for about 20 seconds and you didn't pull over.
Whoa. So I bet she got 3 homegirls.
With one meal for my child.
I was ready to say, what the fuck is that? So I bet she got 3 homegirls that's egging that shit on too. That's telling her she did right and all that shit too. I bet.
That's an example of what, like Trisha said, picking the wrong people. Like that right there is a prime example of that. That's why y'all niggas should always carry condoms, because that was horrible. That should have never have happened at all. And I come from a blended family where we had different dads, and you experience that thing sometimes. Like sometimes if they went out with their parent, and they had an experience or they did different things, they came home with stuff, whether it be food, clothes, or whatever. And there was not this expectation that we're going to get it too. Like, I mean, sometimes that happened, but it was not this given expectation, nor did my mom act all crazy because you did for your child and you didn't do for my other children. That shit sounds crazy. That sounds crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, that
That was
So
just that was trifling. That's
that
what
was
that
really
was.
trifling.
That was
here's my
trifling.
thing,
I'm
right?
gonna wait for everybody else to go. Then I'm gonna give my
It
comment.
just sounded like too that the fact that she kept bringing up, I don't get my food stamps to 11, so he's supplementing.
No,
what you
first she
get.
said the 7. Then it changed to the 11.
Whatever.
Y'all
it was,
notice that?
You supplementing what he's doing for how you handle your money and how you handle your food stamps and everything like that. That's ridiculous. Like, ugh.
Here's my thing, right?
Yeah.
C love the kids. Ain't no way in hell I'm about to pull up every single fucking day and bring just my child something to eat. I'm not about to do that because my thing is they're kids, they're innocents. You know what I mean? So if I bring my child something, I'm gonna bring all the kids something. Everybody gonna get something fucking with me. Now, to me, the fucked up part was how she communicated that to him. The communication is the part that's fucked up in this whole situation. She could have told him. She know he about to go get his son something to eat. She could have called him like, "Hey, would you mind if you could just pick up something for everybody?" Woo, 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 woo. He probably would have. But bitch, since you want to sit there and act the ass all in on the front street, now all the kids heard this conversation, mind you. You look like more of a dumbass than him.
But here's what I'm gonna say to that, Carlos. I think that's honorable of you, and that's great. But as if that was me and I'm the mama with 4 children and one of them are yours, I wouldn't expect you to do
And that's
that.
the thing.
See,
That's the thing.
that's the problem in
The
this scenario is
expectation.
the expectation.
Yes.
So if you feel it on your heart that you want to bring all the kids something, then there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm not gonna expect it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Coach D.
Why don't we just pick the
Which
kids
camera?
from
Which camera I need to look in? This one right here. Coach D.
Yeah, that one.
You ain't about to let your wife take the purse either.
He said his wife don't have to touch the door. She ain't got to lift the bag or do yard work too. That's what he said.
He's talking about the work husband relationship conversation we had.
Hey, everybody want?
Go ahead, sir.
I'm
Kia
gonna keep
Kia
it real.
going off.
I'm gonna
Kia
keep it
going
real.
off in the
I could bet
comments.
every dollar. I could bet every dollar in my pocket that the mother baby daddies ain't gotta go through none of that shit. I can guarantee you.
And
They
they
ain't
probably
gotta go
don't
through
even
none
do
of that
shit.
shit.
And they don't do shit.
They don't. No, they don't. Yeah, I can guarantee you that. But he do. So he got to get what they ain't. Now, me personally, I probably wouldn't abort McDonald's. You know, it's a lot of kids there. I probably went and got some lunch meat, some bread, some cheese. Lunch meat.
Not even no pizza, bro. These kids.
No,
Give us a pizza,
you
bro.
only gonna eat. First of all, you only gonna eat a pizza for one day. Lunch meat, bread, and cheese. They can have it whenever they want to. You hungry? Make a sandwich. Fuck up. Come on. Something to eat in there.
He said,
No,
"Fuck
sir.
wrong with him."
No, sir.
Oh my god.
Then you go get ham,
You talking about
ham
getting
and turkey, but you ain't get the barbecue loaf. You ain't get the honey ham. You ain't get the smoked turkey breast. It's always gonna be.
I
Bro
might
say he
only.
gonna
Hey,
get
man, hold up,
Bro
man.
say he gonna
You
get
better hope
Kato
my baloney
salami.
ain't got a first name.
That
The fuck you mean?
He gonna get
You
the
asking for
Kato
all these
salami
extras.
for
You
that
better hope my
ass.
baloney ain't got a
That
first
whole
name.
shit ain't have nothing to do with that goddamn food. That whole situation ain't had shit to do with that goddamn food.
At all.
Exactly.
Hey,
Nope, it didn't.
I'm gonna keep it 100. When it comes down to it, from what I'm seeing, you're showing me that you're incapable of taking care of those children if they're all hungry. So I'm gonna take
On
my kid.
camera. on camera.
You're
Take
stressed.
that to the court.
I'm gonna take my child so I can alleviate the stress, and you can figure out what you're gonna do with the other three. Because you've already proven to me that you can't handle this, but I can't.
Well,
so let me
that's
help
what I
you.
said.
Help you.
Yeah, that was my answer.
Why didn't he take the kid to McDonald's with him?
She already said he wasn't gonna let him come in the car and eat.
No, but like, why didn't he take the kid to McDonald's with him?
You know, she probably wouldn't have that. That's what what BJ is saying. She wouldn't even let him take it to the car. You know, she ain't gonna let him take the child to a whole restaurant and go.
It might not have been his day.
And he could have low key been on lunch, getting himself some lunch and grab the baby something and swing over there right quick and go back to work.
Go back to work.
He did pull up.
It might not have been his day though. They might already be in court, and it might not be his day.
That still doesn't answer my question.
So if it's not his day, that means you can't take the child.
He knows who she is. You know that when you show up, this is what you're gonna get. So you stepped into this.
Right.
No, I think this was the first time because he seemed to be shocked that she responded like that.
No, this wasn't the first time.
This is you know this not the first time.
I'm just saying
It might have been the
like
first time on that food situation, but this ain't the first time she been acting like
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Right. It might have been the first time on that food, but this ain't the first time she been acting
He was
like
like, "What? What you talking about?" Because he didn't act like he didn't know. You know, he act like he was shocked to me.
I mean, maybe right, but like.
But some ignorant shenanigans before then, yeah, he probably got that. Yeah.
So
like they told me a long time ago that one nut will cost you $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Long time ago.
Got to use coitus interruptus. For the people in the back, coitus interruptus is the pull-out method.
Ain't nobody, that pull-out game weak as hell.
Figured that out, Carlos.
No, I mean that was for the people who didn't know.
Got you,
sir.
Pull-out game weak as hell. And you always end up with the crazy baby mom when you thought you pulled up.
All right. So, any closing remarks before we get out of here? Anybody want to add anything? Sharon, we still cool? Fist bump in the camera, virtual.
Oh, come on, BJ. You know we cool. Come on. I wasn't mad at you. I just wanted my question answered. You still didn't answer.
I did answer.
Okay. No, you didn't. That's okay.
Ma'am.
Sir.
All right. I want to thank all the ladies for coming on the show. And Jay, too. Well, Jay is kind of sort of part of the team. You just don't really know it yet. But yeah, all ladies for coming on the show. We are expanding the team. Shout out to Papo and Twisted Gorilla. Y'all can check the show notes for the sponsors. Anything else?
Just thank you for having me. Thank you for having us. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for the awesome insight.
Thank you. Thanks for coming, ladies.
From a different point of view.
Breaking it all the way down.
Facts.
Jay will say, "Are y'all still friends, Sharon?"
Yeah, we and Jay friends. I just
ignore him. What Jay Will just mention me? What did he just say about me?
Nothing. I just ignore him. That's all.
No, he just said something about me.
I don't see anything in here about you, sir.
Oh, okay.
Derek said, "Man should pay on the first date." In his opinion,
he should. He should pay all of them. How about that?
Fucking with Derek. Hey, Steve.
Hey, yo, no, cut this off. Cut it off right now. Cut it off. Cut it off. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for coming out tonight. God bless. Good night.
I got the side eye from Jay. Jay gave me the side eye, man.
Woohoo!